like Kelly's even close to picking Trey over you. In fact, it sounds like Kelly's not even close to making a decision of any kind.
Well, you weren't there. You didn't see them together. There was an energy between them that was like an electrical charge, so strong I could even feel it run through me. Then after Trey left, thing was less. I'm telling you, when the door closed behind me, I really felt like it closed.
Sweetheart, I think you're overreacting. I think you're overly tired, both physically and emotionally, and it's coloring the way you're seeing things. Thomas, isn't it possible that all Kelly wants is just a little more time to think things?
Time?
Yes. But between you and Trey, can you blame her for feeling hemmed in?
That is the point. I have never pushed her. I have never asked for a commitment on any level because I know in my heart that she's not ready for it.
No, you may never have asked for a commitment outright, but you've never kept your feelings a secret. And maybe that's scaring her. Look, especially if she's questioning her ability to love you in return. Thomas, give her more time.
Great. She can have all the time that she wants. She has all the time that she needs. As soon as she figures out what it is that she wants, she knows where to find me. I'll tell you, I'm not running back to her.
Whatever. Sloan, come on in.
Say, Chris, I know it's late. I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to go. Is Thomas in?
Yeah, he's in the living room.
Well, hi.
I am so glad that you're here.
Come on, sit down. Can I get you something? Coffee, brandy? Well, tell me what happened.
Kelly Harper happened.
Kelly?
She's back, he told us. It seems she is the mystery artist that Myrna Clegg has been sponsoring. Trey and I even had one of her paintings hanging in our bedroom.
How'd you find out about this?
Oh, Miss Harper has quite a flair for the dramatic. She made her debut tonight at the Vandenberg Gallery, appearing as herself, the guest of honor. Everyone seemed quite taken with the woman.
Kelly was at the opening?
You knew she was the artist?
No, I didn't even know she was back in town.
She's back, all right. And by tomorrow morning, everyone in the district will have heard about it, complete with all the photographs. Thomas, I will never forget that entrance she made. I will never forget the look on Trey's face. Thomas, my marriage is over.
Wait a minute. Did Trey actually tell you he's been seeing her?
No. No, he didn't. In fact, he bent over backwards to convince me otherwise. But, Lois, I know he was lying. And I know he still loves her.
Need I ask what you two are doing here?
Got out the preliminaries, Trey.
Sloan, look, you're not leaving here when you're feeling like
I have imposed enough already,
No,
Thomas.
really, I am not sure that you should be facing Trey in the mood that you're in.
Neither am I. I'm sure about it. Thomas, thank you very much.
Call me?
You bet I'll call you.
Well, it seems Kelly chose this evening to make an appearance at the Vandenberg Gallery. Trey and Sloan were there. There were some accusations, denials. Trey and Sloan fought. Sloan came here. And I couldn't say anything to help.
Oh, hi. You see this?
Yes.
Oh, you should have been there. Kelly looked fantastic. In fact, why weren't you there? I mean, you are still seeing her. So, Thomas, you knew that Kelly was the artist that Myrna's been pushing?
Yes, I knew.
So why weren't you there?
Because I didn't know she was going to put in an appearance. funny considering I'm the one who's been telling her to come out of hiding.
Yeah, well, she sure did it. You talked to her this morning?
No, I don't think I will be.
Why not?
Because I'm not a part of her life anymore. Great timing, huh? What happened to your face? I ran into a door.
Cut it out, Thomas. What happened?
I had a fight.
With who?
Trey Clegg.
You're kidding. When?
Last night at Kelly's house. Now, look, if you excuse me, I have some work.
Thomas, I want to talk to you. You gotta
I
tell me.
can't. I have a consultation.
Will you just tell me what happened?
Wally! Stop.
About that. I just want to know whether you'd be willing to do it.
Wendy. Oh,
Dr. Curzon said you didn't have to attend. Look, you have been going nonstop for days. And don't forget, Terry Dobson's surgery is scheduled for this afternoon.
right.
So forget the staff meeting.
Okay, good.
Have some lunch.
At least I've got you and Strauss on my side. All I have to do now is convince the reluctant Dr. McCandless to perform the surgery. I'll be in touch with you, Doctor. Thank you. McCandless, your timing is perfect.
How dare you?
Now, wait a minute. They're willing to help you. We'll put a satellite hookup in the
won't do
OR.
anything. Who do you think you are meddling in my life?
I'm just a patient waiting for his doctor to perform the surgery to get me out of this wheelchair.
Yeah, well, if you're waiting for this doctor, you're going to have to wait till hell freezes over because I am not performing that operation. How are you?
Fine. Oh, Thomas, your face.
It's fine. I read about the show last night. Must have been quite a night.
It was.
Congratulations. It must have been very hard for you.
It was. But I'm glad I did it. It's wonderful to be out in the world again. I was just on my way to see Hal.
Well, wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I have a staff meeting to get to.
Thomas, we've got to talk. Not now. Sometime.
Well, you know where to find me.
So, what's the word?
So far, so good.
Is that all you're gonna tell me?
What do you want to know?
Am I gonna walk again?
I think so.
All right.
Wait, Terry, I said I think so. The operation went very well. The rest is up to you. It's going to take a lot of work. A lot of slow, painstaking work.
Yeah, well, when can I start?
A few days.
Oh, great. Clarissa will be back then.
Clarissa?
Oh, your mom, she promised to help with my therapy as soon as she gets back from Paris. She will be back Monday, won't she?
As far as I know, unless she has such a terrific time, she decides to stay a few extra days. Now, Paris can be kind of enchanting.
Yeah, right.
Means a lot to you, doesn't it? Having her here.
Not really. It doesn't make much difference one way or the other.
Oh, I see. My mistake.
Look, she's just a nice lady, that's all.
She's best.
She promised to, you know, be like my cheerleader.
Well, then I'm sure you'll be walking in no time. But we're going to take it easy this time, Terry. We're going to take it very slowly, okay?
Yeah, you got it. Dr. Tom, thanks for not giving up on me.
You're welcome.
I was a real pain in the butt, and I know it. I caused everybody a lot of grief, and I want you to know that I'm sorry.
You were scared.
Huh, tracked you down. Fine, please. Hi, Terry, how you feeling?
Pretty good, thanks.
I'm glad.
Anything else?
Yes, Dr. McInnes would like to see you before you leave today. The staff meeting has been rescheduled for 9 a.m. in the morning. You're on rounds at 8 a.m., and you had a message from Kelly Harper. She wants to know if you can meet her for a drink later on. She left her number.
Are you sure?
Two lips up.
Anything else for you, Congressman?
No, thank you, Maria. I'm leaving. Excuse me.
It's nice to see you at a place like Mario's. You look right at home here.
If that's a compliment, thank you.
Was. So, how do you like your newfound freedom?
Let's stop doing this.
Stop what?
Talking to each other like we're strangers.
Well, I think maybe we are strangers.
This has all happened very fast. The truth is, I still feel like I'm reeling.
I know the feeling.
I've been scared. But I've been elated. Sometimes I think I'm crazy. Most of the time, I know that I'm saner than I've ever been in my life.
Well, I'm glad that you've come out of hiding, Kelly. It's good for you to face the world.
I know. But to do that, I've had to pull back some things that mean a lot to me.
Some things.
All right, you, me. I think it would be better if I didn't see you for a while.
You already told me that the other night when you threw me out. May I ask why?
I need to hear my own voice. I don't seem to be able to do that when you're around. For the first time ever, I feel absolutely independent. And I know this sounds silly. I just need to find out who this person Kelly Harper is. I need to know how she feels, what she thinks of her.
That's a bunch of bull, Kelly, and you know it.
Try to
I'm trying to understand you. Believe me. I'm trying. But I'm not going to let you lie to yourself or to me. You have been independent since you were 6 years old. What you've never done is share your life with anyone. We were very close to doing that. I guess you got scared.
Maybe I did.
Well, fine, great, be scared, but don't do this. Do not turn your back on everything that we have.
I am changing. Don't you see that I'm changing? And I don't know how I'm going to come out. All I know is I don't want to hurt you.
Don't patronize me.
I was not patronizing you.
So is this new woman that you're becoming, is she so different than the woman who said that she was in love with me?
Maybe. I don't know. But I do know I care very deeply for you.
Well, we're not talking about caring here. We're talking about love.
I know.
So, what I hear is that you need your space. That you're too busy finding yourself for love and commitment right now, is that it?
Congratulations. You've made it sound very cheap and like a lie.
Well, are you going to continue to see Trey?
No. I am not Trey.
Never mind how I tracked you down.
It's the way you want to cook today.
What's this? Mom's out of town, so you got the night watch?
Oh, yes, as a matter of fact.
Granddad, in legal language, I have a codicil on my medical degree. It says that doctors are old enough to take care of themselves.
Believe me, Thomas, I would much rather be sleeping, but I stayed up for a reason.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about a patient of yours, Jarrett Morgan.
Ex-patient. Why? Who do you insult now?
Oh, no. There's nothing like that. It's just that I saw him in Zed Diamond's office this evening.
Diamond and Morgan know each other?
Looks that way to me.
Wait a minute, Granddad. Let's back up here just a second. What were you doing in Diamond's office?
Well, I was there on committee business. I wanted to talk to him about Victor Markham.
His father-in-law.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there was some question as to whether or not Victor Markham was really dead, and I wanted to question Diamond about that.
And Jarrett Morgan was there.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you know about this Jarrett Morgan?
Very little, except that he's totally uncooperative.
I wonder what his connection to Diamond is.
Now, wait a minute. said something to me about a month ago about a friend of his who was diagnosed as an incurable paraplegic, and he wanted to know if I could do anything for him.
Well, did he mention Morgan by name?
No, and since he never came to visit Morgan, and Morgan never said anything about Zed, I never put two and two together, but that must be the connection.
Can you tell me where this Morgan is from?
Well, the hospital records indicate that he's got a post office box in Miami, but I found out that he actually lives on a small private island in the Caribbean.
What about this other fella, this Marshall Devane? The lawyer's always with him.
Oh, he does a lot of work for Morgan.
You said something about ex-patient. What's that about?
Terminal stubbornness. Needs an operation. It's an experimental operation. It was developed by a couple of surgeons in Europe. I observed it while I was there. I told him that I'd do all the prep work, but he'd have to travel to Europe to have it done. He refuses. He insists that I do it.
Why don't you?
Because I don't know the technique. I've only observed it twice while I was in Europe. And just because, you know, that doesn't mean I could just walk into an operating room and do it, even if Morgan insists that I do it.
Now, look, I'm sorry, Thomas. I just asked a question. Anyway, I want to thank you for all that information. It seems to me like your Mr. Morgan is a very interesting man.
Only medically. What's your...
Oh, nothing really, just casual curiosity. I noticed that you've been staying home a lot at night lately.
Yeah, I noticed that, too.
Oh, what happened between you and Kelly? I thought you were seeing a lot of each other.
Well, things have a way of changing.
You want to talk about it?
There's nothing really to talk about. She kicked me out. She found her new freedom, and she decided to start a completely new life without me in it, obviously. But that's all blood under the bridge. There's really nothing more to talk about it tonight anyways. It's too late.
Good night, son.
Good night, Granddad.
I'm not gonna let that happen again. I don't care what he tries, you understand?
This is the most important step.
What? We did that at the church.
No. This is the part I fantasized about.
What?
Carrying you over the thread.
Oh.
Okay? Okay. Hold your breath.
Woo!
Yo!
Oh.
Da-da-da.
Oh, darling. Oh, I love being in your arms. Do you know, I thought this day would never come. Oh.
Are you happy?
You have to ask me that?
I want to hear it from your lips. Come on. Please, indulge me.
Thomas,
Are you happy?
I am in love with the gentlest, strongest, most incredible man in the world. Yes, I'm very happy.
Oh, well, in that case, Mrs. McCandless, and you are Mrs. McCandless, you know.
I am, aren't I?
Yeah. Well, in that case, you are the guest of honor at the McCandless Pavilion of Incredible Events. And the first event is... a waltz.
You are such a goon.
I know, and I'm a sexy goon. Come on.
Oh, Thomas.
What?
Wait.
Are you-
You're going
what,
too
are you gonna
fast.
keep
You're
up
going
with
too...
me?
No, my skirt's behind.
What?
Ah! This room is not made for dancing.
Let's make it this. I love you so much, Kelly. My sweet, beautiful Kelly. Yes, this is Dr. McCandless. Do you have a local address for Jared Morgan? Sure, I'll hold. Good morning. Getting an early start?
All right, well, when it's official, we should...
Gap there so they
If it isn't a good doctor. You come to wish me bon voyage?
You don't ever give up, do you?
You're the one that gave up, doctor, not me.
I think you're here for another reason, aren't you, Dr. McCandless?
Yes, and if your boss would give me half a chance, I'd like to explain.
Go ahead, you've got the floor. For 10 minutes, then we have to go.
You're not leaving. I want you to check back into the University Hospital.
Check back in. Correct me if I'm wrong, doctor. But aren't you the same guy that accused me of taking up valuable bed space just 2 days ago?
Look, there's a chance we can work something out, and I want to take that chance.
No kidding. Is this the sound of a guilty conscience I'm hearing?
No. It's the sound of a doctor trying to do his job, despite the arrogant, contemptuous attitude of his patient.
Correction, doctor. I'm no longer your patient. What is this, something that could work out?
You don't want to fly. Okay. It's possible that we can arrange for the surgeon who's performed the operation before to come here to the University Hospital.
Has one of them agreed to come?
I haven't even talked to him about it yet.
And you want me to cancel my return home on this, flimsy bit of hope?
It's better than nothing, isn't it?
Dr. McCandless, I'm a lawyer, not a doctor. But don't most surgeons have their own operating teams? People experienced at performing particular procedures? People the surgeons are comfortable working with?
Yes, usually.
So not only the doctor's got to pack up and fly over here, but he's got to bring his entire team. That'll never happen.
You know, that's what I like about you, Morgan. Your optimistic attitude.
Convince me I'm wrong. You think they'd come?
Look, it's a long shot, but it's one worth taking, especially when you consider the reward as the possibility that you might walk again. And all right, so they don't come, we still have one option. That you go to them in Europe.
That's impossible.
Why? You flew here, you're flying out of here.
Drop it, McCandless.
You know, you have got to be the dumbest, tractable person who ever refused to walk. What's the matter with you?
It can't happen, McCandless. I've made enemies in Europe. Business enemies. Believe me, Europe would not be good for my health.
I have to. I have to.
Listen to me. It isn't. I'm not going to Europe.
All right, Morgan. I'm all out of options.
The hell you are. You've already told me you've seen it. Fine. Now you just study up, or whatever you doctors do, and you do it yourself here.
Just like that.
Just like that. Why, what's the matter? Are you afraid?
You know, we're not talking about setting a bone here. This is a very delicate procedure, and it's one
That
could
can't leave me any worse off, even if you do fail, right?
It's too risky.
For who? For me? Or for you?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm making a point. Without these crutches, you're just as helpless as I am, Doctor. Without them, you'd be trapped in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, the same as me. Now, that's not a pleasant thought, is it? So you see, concerning our options, you're my court of last resort. Now, are you going to give up on me?
We're not talking about giving up here. I've never done the procedure.
But you'll never know whether you can unless you try. Or are you afraid to try, Doctor? Is that it? Are you afraid you'll try and fail? Is that the demon that's eating at you?
Give me the crutches.
Why? You need them for something?
I want to do this operation. I need to make some arrangements.
All set?
It's not that simple. There's a lot to do. I'm going to need some time to get in touch with the surgeons in Europe.
Well, I suggest you get on it. I'm not going to live forever, you know.
You know, I think the reason why I'm going through this is because of your charming manner.
Works every time.
Let me know if there's anything I can do, Dr. McCandless.
I suppose, sweetening his disposition is out of the question?
Totally.
Yeah. Oh! Yes. I have a question for you. Why didn't you tell me you knew Zed Diamond?
Who said I did?
My grandfather said he saw you in Diamond's office.
Can't go anywhere in this town without running into a McCandless.
And Diamond told me when he was a patient of mine that he had a paraplegic friend. Is that you? And if it is, why didn't you mention it before?
Didn't seem important. Getting out of this wheelchair is the only thing that's important.
Yeah. I'll call you if I need anything.
We'll be here.
Not show up at that lunch.
Well, wouldn't anyone like to say welcome home?
All right, remember, neurology has agreed to assist, and I want Murphy on anesthesia.
And if he isn't available?
If it's a problem, let me know and I'll pull some strings, but believe me, once they find out that Jared Morgan is the patient, they'll make themselves available. Come in.
Is this bedtime?
No, Sloan, come in.
I just got back from New York, and I really need to talk to you if you have a minute. Hi, Wendy.
Hello, Mrs. Clay.
When do you think you got enough for now to get started on that, okay?
Will do.
Well. Come here. Look at you. From her triumph in New York, looking fresh and fabulous, and if I'm your first stop, I'm flattered.
Well, actually, you're not my first. I went to Trey's office first, but he wasn't in. Maggie said he had some kind of committee luncheon meeting at Mario's.
Oh, well, good then. I take it you and Trey have patched everything up?
Oh, Thomas, I wish it was that simple. It's not.
That's fine, George. You explained to her that it was the height of the tourist season, and without a reservation, it would be impossible.
Yes, but she did get a room.
Oui, but just not any room. It had to be one special room. She said it was for sentimental reasons. She created, how you say, quite a scene until she got it.
Well, thank you for being so helpful.
Thank you, monsieur.
Could you mind, what is your name?
André Montant, monsieur, and if I can be of help with anything else...
Well, no, you've helped me quite enough with everything I wanted answered. Thank you again.
Then may I wish you and your wife a bon voyage?
Thank you.
Thank you.
André Montant. Remember that name.
And then after Trey read that insane item in the gossip column about Zed and me, he stormed into my hotel room in New York. And, Thomas, believe me, there's absolutely nothing going on between Zed and me.
I believe you, Sloan.
So then, anyway, we had a knockdown drag-out, and we made up, sort of. And I agreed to go back to the townhouse with him.
Well, sometimes having a good fight is good for clearing the air.
Yes, except I'm not sure how clear the air really is.
Why?
Trey swears that he and Kelly were not having an affair.
Do you believe him?
God, I want to believe him. I really want to.
Well, then why don't you?
Thomas, I wish there was some kind of amnesia pill I could take that would make me forget everything that's happened in the past few months, but I can't. You know, all those nights that he was, quote, working late, he's admitted to me that he's seen Kelly, and how do I know how often? And then that damn painting that he was so anxious to get out of the bedroom. Every time I look at that wall over the fireplace, I'm going to be imagining the two of them together, Kelly and...
Sloan, stop. Look, you're projecting. You're just feeding your doubts.
That's right. And I'm afraid that I'm going to doubt everything he does from now on. I mean, Trey can say the most innocent remark, and I'll turn it around to find some kind of hidden meaning to it.
He won't be seeing her.
What?
Look, Sloan, I know more about the situation with Kelly than I've been telling you.
How do you know?
It doesn't matter. Just accept that I know for a fact that Kelly and Trey have not been having an affair.
How can you be sure about that?
Can't you just take my word for it?
No, I can't.
All right. But after what I tell you, it doesn't go any further than this, okay?
Of course.
Kelly has been having an affair, but it's not with Trey. It's with me. We've been seeing each other for several months now.
You've been? Thomas, why on earth didn't you tell me, especially the night I went to see you?
Because...
It could have changed everything.
Look, it's because Kelly has been terrified about anyone finding out that she's back in Washington.
Well, the woman didn't seem too terrified when she made a grand entrance at the gallery.
Look, I didn't know that she was going to go public, and I was shocked when you told me about it. But I couldn't tell you about our relationship until I'd talked to her about it first.
No, Thomas, it's a little hard to take all this in.
I'm sure it is.
You know, I hate to ask you this, but, obviously you couldn't have been with Kelly every minute of the day. Are you sure that she and Trey...
Sloan, I can assure you, Trey and Kelly have not been having an affair. I would have known about it.
Boy, I am so glad that I came over to see you today. You don't know how relieved I am, Thomas. You know, all this time, I've been worried about you not having a lady in your life, and you've been seeing Kelly all along, haven't you?
Yeah.
I guess I should be happy for you if you're happy. Thomas, what is it? Is something wrong between you and Kelly?
Oh, I'm not sure. Ever since the opening, Kelly's changed. She's, you know, she wants her freedom. She wants me to give her space, and I'm trying to do that.
Well, I hope everything works out for you.
Thank you.
You know, that woman must really have something special going for her to make the two men that I care about most in my life fall in love with her. Thomas, if there's anything
Look, Sloan, could you do me a favor? Please. I just told you about this so that you wouldn't be worried about something that never happened.
I am so grateful you told me. You know, I kind of feel like I have had a 100-pound weight lifted off my shoulders. I think that you're the only person in the world that could have convinced me that there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
As you know, I've been paying...
Drive laughter to the limit in Sunset Limousine tonight.
Dr. McCandless, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
One of your dropouts?
Say, come in. Wendy, hold my calls, okay? How are you feeling?
Never better.
Good, then I can assume that this is not a visit for a checkup.
That's right.
But you have come to see me about Jarrett Morgan?
Right again?
Zed, why didn't you tell me about your relationship with Jarrett? I mean, he is the friend that you were talking about in the hospital, isn't he?
He was, and I had my reasons. But now that you know about the connection, I was going to ask you if you'd not let it go any further.
Well, I'll be glad to if you tell me why.
And let's just say it's a personal favor.
All right, you have my word.
Thank you. I was surprised to hear that you decided to go through with the operation.
I surprised myself.
And what made you change your mind?
Well, let's just say that in a moment of clarity, I remembered what the hope of the idea of being able to walk means to a man. I think you can appreciate that. So I thought I'd give it a good shot.
Glad you did. I understand this operation's never been performed in this country.
Yeah, you don't need to remind me.
Just thinking about all the publicity those breakthrough heart operations receive. I suppose this could be the same kind of event. Media people all over the place. Coverage on evening news. Could make your reputation.
Or break it. Frankly, the odds on success aren't that encouraging.
Then this means you'll try to keep it out of the media?
As much as possible, but what's all your concern for the publicity?
Not concerned, just interested. Are you a little nervous about this operation?
Well, the surgery is without a doubt the most difficult thing I've ever tackled in my career.
Anything I can do to help?
Sure. You can get Philippe and Strauss to come here and be in the operating room and coach me through it.
All right.
It's not possible. I've already contacted them, and neither one is available to come to Washington.
Well, I wasn't thinking of flying them in.
Then what?
Sweetheart, you look great. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
Great. Any word from Tyler?
Not since last night. He's doing okay. Working.
Yeah. Mr. Diamond, I called earlier for a reservation, and Giorgio said he would give you my favorite table. But hey, you don't have to show me the way. I'm sure he hasn't moved it yet. Excuse us.
Said don't.
I want to make sure that there's backup for every member of the team. That includes surgical, assist, and scrub.
Yep, everyone but you. Got it. But isn't that a little unusual, not to mention expensive?
Well, Wendy, I don't think that Mr. Morgan's going to be too concerned with the cost. And as for unusual, well, when you insist on an untried surgeon performing an unorthodox procedure, you get unusual.
And you want Anderson for relief anesthesiologist?
Yeah, he's the best.
So was your first choice.
I know. Good luck. Oh, and Wendy, here. This man's going to call about the TV monitors and cameras in OR7. We're going with a satellite hookup to Europe, so I want to make sure that we're okay on this end.
A satellite?
Yes.
Nobody was outside. Can I have a minute?
Well, actually, I'm a little busy right now.
I'd like to talk to you. It's important.
Virtually impossible wash load. It's not impossible for Dynamo Action Plus. Its extra stain removers clean more kinds of stains better than the leading liquid. Dynamo Action Plus cleans the impossible wash load.
I'll get busy on the staffing.
Right.
I just stopped in to see Hal.
Who is he?
He's happy for me. I told him about my appointment.
To paint the mural in the education building, I heard. Congratulations.
Thanks.
It's a big job.
I hope I'm up to it. I was just on my way over there to check out the space.
That's not why you came to see me, is it? You said it was important.
Yeah, it is. I just had lunch at Mario's. Guess who I ran into?
Trey?
Sloan, Thomas. And from our little exchange, I had the distinct impression that you told her everything about us.
I did, so what?
So what?
You're the one who came out of hiding. What's the point of keeping it a secret now?
I can think of about a dozen reasons.
And not one of them worth a damn if telling her would ease her mind about you and Trey.
She doesn't have a thing to worry about.
Well, she didn't think that way. Look, Kelly, Sloan has been my very dear friend for a very, very long time. And if telling her about our relationship eased her mind a little bit, it was worth it.
Selfless, aren't you? And such a good friend. Tell me, Thomas, since you are such a good, close friend, what else did you tell her to ease her mind?
What else did I tell her? Oh, well, I told her that Trey fathered your son and he's been out to visit Scotty every week for a month. Do you honestly believe, after all we've been to each other, that I would betray you like that?
Kevin.
All clear?
Yeah, come in.
This probably isn't any of my business, but Kelly just ran out of here like... Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm terrific, just terrific. Look, I'm sorry it's not your fault. I'm just not having a very good day.
You all right? What's wrong?
Nothing. I know it's just not the springtime of my life, you know, and, but I'll survive. I always have. But thank you for asking.
That's what friends are for. And listening. I'm good for that, too, if you ever want to talk.
Thanks, Wendy. Just better watch out. I might just take you up on that. Is Jared Morgan's file here someplace? I've got to check it before I meet with the guy about the television hookup.
It was. I just saw it. Unless you took it.
Not me.
But it was here not more than 2 hours ago.
No, maybe it's in the file.
Good guess, but no dice. It's not here either.
Well, it's got to be. The file was never supposed to leave my office.
I don't want them.
So, Wally announced that he's going to work for Sam Clagan's gambling casino when you and Granddad came down on him like a ton of bricks. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. Wally's the one who's wrong.
Mom.
Thomas, after all that work and study to become a paramedic and then to throw it away just to become a professional gambler, it's crazy.
Crazy's a little strong, don't you think? Okay. Okay, so it's not the smartest decision he ever made.
Are you siding with him?
I'm not siding with anybody. Mom, you know I've always been right behind Wally. When he showed some interest in the medical profession, I was right there. But if he suddenly has changed his mind...
He's out to prove something to the Cleggs. To have enough money to be worthy of Brenda in their eyes.
But he wouldn't be, even if he was Howard Hughes.
Okay, that's my point, exactly.
Okay, so what do you want me to do?
I want you to talk to him. Thomas, he looks up to you. He's always listened to you when he wouldn't listen to anyone else.
Great, so what do I say? Don't do this, you idiot? Mom, if he's already made up his mind, you know it's not going to do any good.
Well, he may not have made up his mind. You see, he's about to make a terrible mistake.
Maybe. Maybe not. Mom, whatever Wally is, he's not stupid. Okay, so he hasn't made the best decisions lately. But I am betting that he knows the score and he knows what the Cleggs are after better than you're giving him credit for.
So you think I should just back off, not say anything, and accept it? I can't do that.
Well, Mrs. McCandless. And the good doctor, what a pleasant surprise.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan.
What, no morning amenities? Must have been something I said.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Devane.
Now that's better. And much more appropriate for the mother of a soon-to-be television star.
Well, what's this?
Don't pay any attention to him.
The doctor's going to get an assist during my surgery via satellite television hookup.
By a satellite, that's very impressive. Was this your idea, Mr. Morgan?
Well, I won't take credit for it, but it is a good idea. Anything to give the boy wonder here more security when he takes a knife to me.
I'm sure he'll do just fine with or without television, Mr. Morgan.
A mother's faith. It's very touching. Me, I'd rather have all the technology I can lay my hands on.
Oh, Mr. Morgan? I have a question. Can you think of any reason why anyone would want to gain access to your medical file?
What do you mean, gain access?
It was stolen from my office.
Stolen? Or more likely, misplaced?
Stolen. It was there last time I checked, and it wouldn't just get up and walk out on its own.
Oh, yeah, but it could be lost by inefficient personnel, couldn't it? And knowing firsthand just how inefficient the staff at University Hospital is, I'll bet that's exactly what happened.
You know, under other circumstances, I might consider that, but there was something you said, something about having enemies in Europe, and that going there might not be good for your health. You weren't talking about the operation, were you?
You have an overactive imagination, Doctor. You lost it. Now you find it.
Another command performance?
Kool-Aid Jade. Michael?
It's the one sugar-free for kids. Hey, your shift ended a couple of hours ago. What are you doing here? You a workaholic or what?
Now, look who's talking. You put in more than your average day.
Ah, define average. Besides, I'm not a workaholic. I do it for love. So what's your excuse?
Well, I can tell you right off that in this instance, love has nothing to do with it. Unless, of course, you could say, greater love hath no nurse that she spent overtime trying to reconstruct Jarrett Morgan's missing file.
How's it going?
Not great.
Well, look, stop worrying. You've done about all that you can do in one night. Go home, get some sleep, take a fresh start in the morning, okay?
Thomas, I got a message. You wanted to see me?
Hi, Wally.
Hi.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, good night, Wendy. Thanks.
Thomas, I know that bad news in our family travels very fast. So I imagine that Mom and Granddad have already filled you in on my decision to work for Sam Clegg.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've already heard their lecture, and I'm sure you're going to give me a crack at shouting me down. However, I am not going to change my...
You think that's what I'm going to do, try and shut you down? Well, I'm not. No, I'm just curious.
About why I'm doing this?
Yeah, for starters. And what are you trying to prove? And who are you trying to prove it to, Brenda or Sam Clegg?
Thomas, I have spent most of my life trying to justify just about every action I've ever taken. Maybe I'm trying to prove something to myself, that I can be somebody.
Well, isn't being a paramedic being somebody?
Not in the way I need it to matter. Thomas, everybody always expected you to be a famous doctor. Just like they expected Matthew to be a world-class athlete. Like they expected Tyler to be a great politician. Well, no one ever expected anything of me. No one in this family ever said success and Wally in the same breath. Well, I'm saying it now.
All right, Wally, and I hear you. I do. But I don't understand how running a gambling casino fits in with your pictures of being a successful person.
I don't know. Responsibility? The challenge, I guess. Thomas, you see, this is my chance to be somebody in a world that I never thought I could be a part of. Doing something that I am really good at. And Sam Clegg has given me this chance. I know I can do it.
Wally, for what it's worth, and I sure hope it's worth a lot, I've always believed that you could do whatever you set your mind to do. So I'm not about to start doubting you now.
You're not going to try and talk me out of this?
Nah. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not really keen on this idea, Wally. Put a lot of time and effort into being a paramedic. And there was a time when you were about as excited about doing that as you are now about being Jimmy the Greek of Atlantic City. But, maybe I can understand more about this right now than Mom and Granddad can.
Thank you, Thomas.
However, I wouldn't expect the rest of the family to come around to your way of thinking very soon.
Excuse me for interrupting, but we have a small crisis downstairs. Jarrett Morgan is making a scene, demanding to be admitted tonight. Nobody can talk to him. He wants to see you or the chief.
Thomas, I'm gonna go check out. You deal with America's favorite patient.
Yeah, good.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. You know, I don't believe that, man. I mean, why does he want to check into a hospital at 11 o'clock at night?
What do you mean you committed a crime?
You know, it would have been a lot easier at 11 a.m.
No doubt.
Well, what happened? Did you miss us?
I prefer to make key moves at night. See where people are getting away and less red tape. Of course, it would have been a lot faster if you hadn't lost my file.
Oh, wait a minute. Not lost, Mr. Morgan. Gone. And I'd like to know why.
You? So would I. There is my name on that file. What's in it, anyway? I mean, aside from the usual medical mumbo-jumbo.
Oh, that's about it, actually. You think of any reason why someone would want to know your medical history?
Sounds like a pretty boring reading, I would imagine.
Well, maybe. Maybe not. You're a pretty mysterious man, Mr. Morgan. As you said, you like to make your moves at night.
Does that bother you?
Yeah, truthfully, it does. You see, while you're in this hospital, I'm responsible for your well-being. So if we got a security problem, I'd like to know about it now.
Excuse me, Mr. Morgan. Thomas, I'm on my way out. I just wanted to say thank you for listening.
Don't thank me. Think about it.
I will.
No, I'm serious about this, Wally. Mom and Granddad are not going to come around to this. You're going to cause a lot of pain, and you're going to have to live with that.
I'm aware of that.
Hey, Doc, you really ought to clean up your desk. Save everybody a lot of anxiety.
So what is this, Ed? You suddenly have the...
For Lorraine. Are back into Mandy's arms.
Still want me, don't you?
And on Falcon Crest, Angela's daring plan for Lance becomes a bitter tragedy for Lorraine. The hottest night on television explodes tonight.
I don't understand this. Wendy and I went through this office with a fine-tooth comb. This file was nowhere.
I'm not saying I don't believe you, Doctor, but the question remains as to how it was magically returned and by whom. Any ideas?
Well, it looks like everything is here.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, Wendy, wait a minute. When you were looking for Mr. Morgan's file, you looked through my desk, right?
You know I did. So did you, 100 times. Why? Where did this come from?
I found it on Dr. McCandless's desk.
That's impossible.
What is there, an echo in here?
I'm sorry. It's just that I know this file wasn't on his desk or anywhere else in this office, Mr. Morgan. I'd stake my life on it.
That is why we want our party to be the party of choice.